Some believed rifle weight and accuracy always work against each other. Engineering records from custom rifle makers tell a different story. One rifle on this list weighs barely over 5 pounds, yet it groups tighter than rifles carrying twice that mass. Its origin traces back to a one-man shop in West Virginia, decades before precision rifles became an industry buzzword. Let's get into it. Number 5. Christensen Arms Ridgeline FFT. This rifle proves that carbon fiber construction can cut weight without cutting precision. Christensen Arms built its reputation on carbon fiber barrel technology, developed originally for aerospace applications. The Ridgeline FFT, released in 2020, brought that engineering background into a full carbon stock platform. This design targets hunters who carry a rifle for miles before ever pulling a trigger. Here is what most people miss about this gun. The carbon-wrapped barrel does not just save weight, it changes how the barrel handles heat. Steel barrels expand and lose harmonic consistency as they warm from repeated shots. A carbon fiber sleeve resists that thermal shift, helping the rifle hold its zero across a longer shooting string. This is the same engineering principle used in high-end target barrels, applied here for a hunting rifle. The Ridgeline FFT weighs 5.4 pounds. Its barrel runs 22 inches, chambered in calibers ranging from .222 Remington up to .300 Winchester Magnum. Compare that to the Tikka Ace Game at 9.3 pounds, and the weight difference becomes obvious in a mountain hunt. The rifle carries a sub-MOA accuracy guarantee from the factory. Weight savings come with a trade-off. Carbon fiber stocks flex slightly more than dense steel actions, a factor that matters most in extreme long-range precision work, not standard hunting distances. This rifle was engineered for hunters, covering steep terrain where every ounce matters. Next on this list, a rifle trades modern chassis materials for a design built entirely around one number: heat stability under repeated fire. Number 4. Tikka T3X Ace Game. This rifle sacrifices portability for a level of mechanical precision most hunting rifles never reach. Tikka, a Finnish manufacturer under the Sako umbrella, released the Ace Game in 2025 as a hybrid between a hunting rifle and a competition platform. Engineers built the rifle around an aluminum chassis system rather than a traditional wood or polymer stock. This design choice borrows directly from Precision Rifle Series competition, where consistency under repeated firing matters more than raw weight. Here is the engineering decision that changed everything for this rifle. The aluminum chassis does not flex the way wood or polymer stocks do under repeated recoil. That rigidity keeps the barrel and action aligned the same way, shot after shot, even as the barrel heats up. Independent testing recorded groups averaging .26 inches at 100 yards, a figure that holds steady even after strings of rapid fire. Most hunting rifles lose accuracy as barrels warm. This one does not. The Ace Game weighs 9.3 pounds, nearly double the Christensen Ridgeline covered earlier. Its fluted barrel runs 24.3 inches, chambered in calibers from .223 up to .300 Winchester Magnum. The rifle uses a 5+1 magazine system and a TriggerTech trigger breaking at 1.6 pounds. That added weight becomes a real disadvantage on foot in steep terrain. For hunters shooting from a fixed position at extended range, the extra mass works in their favor by reducing felt recoil and stabilizing the platform. Tikka built this rifle for hunters who prioritize precision over distance covered on foot. Next on this list, a rifle abandons aluminum and modern chassis engineering entirely, returning to a material hunters have trusted for over a century. Number 3. Browning X-Bolt 2 Hunter. This rifle proves that century-old materials still compete with modern engineering when the mechanics behind them are refined correctly. Browning built the X-Bolt platform around a walnut stock, a deliberate return to traditional rifle construction. The company introduced several engineering updates for this second-generation model, including a redesigned bolt system and a proprietary scope mounting rail. Browning developed this rifle specifically for hunters who value classic handling over chassis-based construction. Here is what most people miss about this gun. The bolt uses 3 locking lugs instead of the more common 2-lug design, rotating just 60 degrees to unlock. Fewer degrees of rotation means faster cycling between shots, a detail that matters most when a follow-up shot needs to happen quickly. Browning paired this with their X-Lock 4-screw scope mount, a system engineered to prevent optic shift under repeated recoil. The X-Bolt 2 Hunter weighs 6.9 pounds. Its fluted steel barrel measures 22 inches, feeding from a 3+1 detachable magazine. Compare that to the Tikka Ace Game, and the X-Bolt 2 carries roughly 2.5 fewer pounds while still holding 1 MOA accuracy in practical field testing. The rifle ships in 6.5 Creedmoor, 270, 30-06, and 300 Winchester Magnum. Walnut construction brings one clear trade-off. Wood stocks absorb moisture more readily than synthetic or carbon materials, requiring more maintenance in wet climates. That drawback matters little for hunters storing and transporting rifles carefully, but becomes relevant for extended wilderness trips in heavy rain. Browning designed this rifle for hunters who value traditional handling without sacrificing modern reliability. Next on this list, a rifle built by a manufacturer with over a century of barrel-making history, engineered around one manufacturing process that defines its accuracy. Number 2. Sako 90S Adventure. This rifle earns its reputation from a manufacturing process most hunters never think about, the way its barrel steel is forged. Sako, a Finnish rifle maker with roots stretching back over a century, released the 90S Adventure as its flagship hunting platform. The company built this rifle around an adjustable composite stock, combining carbon fiber and glass fiber for stability across temperature extremes. Sako developed this model to serve as a single rifle, capable of handling nearly every hunting scenario a customer might face. Here is the engineering decision that changed everything for this rifle. Sako Cold Hammer forges its barrels. The process compresses steel around a mandrel under extreme pressure, rather than cutting rifling with a tool. This method aligns the steel grain structure along the bore. The result is a barrel that resists wear and holds accuracy over a longer service life. Cold hammer forging costs more to execute correctly. One reason fewer manufacturers commit to it. The 90S Adventure weighs 6 pounds 9 ounces. Its cold hammer forged barrel runs 20.1 inches in 6.5 Creedmoor configuration, feeding from a 3-round detachable magazine. Compare that to the Browning X-Bolt 2, and the Sako carries roughly the same weight while offering a tighter factory accuracy guarantee of 1 MOA or better. This rifle carries one notable gap. The stock lacks a reinforced rear rail for mounting accessories, a limitation that matters for hunters running bipods in fixed positions, but rarely affects standard field carry. Sako engineered this rifle to serve as a do-everything platform for serious hunters. Next on this list, the rifle that started this entire documentary, a design so light it changes what hunters believed a precision rifle could weigh. You have waited long enough. Here it is. Number 1. Wilson Combat NULA Model 20. This rifle matters because it proves lightweight construction and bench rest level accuracy are not mutually exclusive, a principle most manufacturers spent decades treating as impossible. Wilson Combat built this rifle as a modern continuation of the original NULA design, created by rifle maker Melvin Forbes decades earlier. Forbes pioneered ultralight hunting rifles at a time when the industry assumed lighter meant less accurate. Wilson Combat acquired and refined this design, preserving the hand-fitted construction methods that made the original NULA famous among precision hunting rifle collectors. Here is what most people miss about this gun. Every Model 20 uses a button-rifled stainless barrel, hand-bedded into the stock rather than mass-produced, with tolerances left loose for assembly speed. Button rifling pushes a carbide button through the bore under pressure, producing extremely consistent rifling with minimal tool marks. Combined with hand bedding, the barreled action is precisely fitted to the stock rather than dropped into a generic inlet. This process removes the small inconsistencies that cause accuracy to drift. That level of hand fitting is normally reserved for custom rifles, costing far more. The Model 20 weighs 5.17 pounds, the lightest rifle on this entire list. Its stainless barrel comes in 16, 20, or 22-inch lengths, chambered in calibers including .243 and 7mm 08. Compare that to the Sako 90S at 6 pounds 9 ounces, and the NULA carries over a pound less weight while matching sub-MOA accuracy. Against the Tikka Ace game, the difference grows to over 4 pounds, with the NULA still holding tighter accuracy in practical 3-shot groups. This rifle carries one real limitation. Caliber options remain narrower than mass production rifles, focused on moderate cartridges rather than magnum options built for the largest game. That trade-off rarely matters for hunters pursuing deer-sized animals at reasonable range, but eliminates this rifle from consideration for hunters needing magnum capability. 5 rifles, 5 different engineering philosophies, one shared lesson. Precision and portability no longer force a trade-off in modern rifle design. Which of these 5 would you actually carry into the backcountry? Drop your pick in the comments. This video covers civilian legal hunting rifles only. Always check state and local regulations before purchasing or transporting any firearm. If documentary-style breakdowns of rifle engineering and manufacturing history interest you, subscribe. New deep dives on firearms history and design drop regularly.